Hey everybody, I hope everybody's having a good day today. You guys are going to really enjoy this video today, those of you who have eyes to see and ears to hear. It's going to be two videos because it's just too much information to cover in one 15-minute segment. I want to start by reading out of Genesis 1, chapter 1, verse 14. And it's written, "And God said, let there be lights in the expanse of the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them serve as signs to mark seasons and days and years." And that word for seasons there is Strong's 4150. The Hebrew word is M-O-E-D, and it means appointed times, a place of meeting. Okay? I believe that the stars and all that were placed there in the firmament, you know, as like a timepiece, and for us to know appointed times, and for it's just is put there. It's like a timepiece, okay? It's for us to view and to see. Some time ago, I made a video called "Children of the Light," the reason I'd made that video is because for some time, and still to this day, I had this deja vu feeling that we have all done this before. You know, this isn't old. This is, you know, we've had this battle before. And, you know, it's like we've been sent here and we have amnesia of our past, but we have little bitty pieces of it coming back to us. So if you haven't watched that video, Children of the Light, I encourage you to watch it. And if you have, just you may want to watch it again and kind of remember it a little bit. I want to talk to you today about a prophecy, I believe a hidden prophecy in the story of Jesus raising Lazarus from the dead. And I believe in Ezekiels Wheel, Ezekiel's vision, that there's the premise for this prophecy, for us to be able to understand it. Now, most of you guys know that I don't like to categorize myself. A lot of people would say Billy's a preterist. I'm a preterist, but I don't think like most of the preterists do. I believe in duality. I believe that there's an ever-escalating thing that's happening, and that we're coming to a big event, a great awakening, what some call a rapture, others call something spiritual. I don't want to get into that debate, but I believe a big event is coming, a great awakening. And I believe that this prophesies about it. So please bear with me today and hang with me on this. Now, a lot of Christians, whenever you start talking about the Zodiac Wheel and numerology and things like that, they get very upset, and they think, you know, that you're trying to deceive people and things like that. But I want to let you know that astrology and numerology, if you're practicing astrology, it means that you know, you base what you do on what the stars and the planets are. You know, the stars and planets aren't aligned right, you're not going to go out for a job interview, or you're not going to go do this or go do that, or even go outside. Same with numerology. If it's a bad number day, I'm not going outside, I'm not going to a job interview, I'm not doing any of these things. That's practicing astrology and numerology. But actually looking into things about the zodiac and things like that is not practicing astrology or numerology, and I've been accused of that before by religious people. Excuse me. Now, I want to get started, and I want you guys to just please bear with me. I want to read from the Gospel of John, chapter 11, verse 39, and this stuff blows me away, and I believe it'll blow you guys away too. It's amazing. Or I hope you see it as amazing as I do, because you give me goosebumps. Now this is after Jesus had already made it to the tomb where Lazarus was being kept, and he had told them, well, I'll read here. It says, Jesus said, "Take away the stone." He said, "But Lord," said Martha, the sister of the dead man, "by this time there is a bad odor, for he has been there 4 days." Okay, now whenever I heard this word 4 days, I thought of a day is 1,000 years, 1,000 years is a day. I thought 4,000 years, okay? At this time, whenever Jesus was saying these words, from the time of Adam's fall to the time of Jesus' time there at Lazarus' days was approximately 4,000 years. Okay, it was 2 ages. All right, so remember that. Now I want to go to John chapter 11, verse 16. And this is when Jesus is telling his disciples well, I'll read from verse 14. He says, "So then he told them plainly, Lazarus is dead, and for your sake I am glad I was not there, so that you may believe. But let us go to him." Now remember this last verse here, verse 16. It says, "Then Thomas," now remember, Thomas, the name Thomas means twin. It says, "Then Thomas said to the rest of the disciples, let us also go, that we may die with him." Now why did Thomas say, let us also go so we may die with him? So remember that, okay? Because it's key to what we're going to come to in the end here. You know, and remember, Thomas means twin. For some time now, I've been talking about the number 72. If you remember the Tetragrammaton, the Hebrew name of God, you know, the name of God, the numerical value comes out to 72. I did a video about 72, the Tetragrammaton, the fractals of God. Jesus sent out 72. And then there was 144,000 sent out. 144,000 divided by 2 is 72,000. Remember I told you this thing is snowballing. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger to a bigger event that's coming. All right. Now I want to show you something about Ezekiel's Wheel. You know, there is a great cycle, and that is what the sun going through all of the signs of the zodiac is approximately 26,000 years. But the wheel within the wheel, the vision that Ezekiel seen, the wheel within the wheel, this is the zodiac wheel, plus it's the cycles of the sun. It's the sun's yearly cycles, plus it's the sun's great cycle, the great year, which is a 26,000 year cycle. So in the zodiac, the sun appears to be drifting through the zodiac ecliptic at a rate of 1 degree every 72 years. Remember 72. Each scene in the ecliptic has a 30-degree arc. So 72 times 30 is 2,160. An age. 2,160 years is an age. So we were in the age of Pisces. Now we're moving into the age of Aquarius, the water bearer. So remember, the 72, it's in everything. Now, whenever Ezekiel was having his vision, he saw the 4 faces of the living creatures. One was a bull, one was a ram. Let me see, let me get back over here. I don't want to lose my place. One was a bull, one was a ram, one was an eagle, and one had the face of a man. Now, in the ancient times, Scorpio was an eagle, and it's still known by some as an eagle, but they've changed it to where it's predominantly the scorpion. But in his vision, he saw the bull, the ram, the eagle, and a man. And these are the 4 corners, the 4 posts of the zodiac wheel, the cross, okay? Now on the zodiac wheel, I want you to pay attention to this, because remember, 4,000 years, a day is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is a day. Lazarus, which I believe represents us, had been in the grave 4,000 years. Whenever Jesus spoke those words, he was speaking Aramaic Hebrew. He wasn't speaking Greek. So whenever he said the grave, most likely he used the word Sheol, which means the grave, earth, this existence that we're in now, those who are living in death, those who do not have the Christ living with them, true life. So they're walking dead. They're in the land of the dead now. So he used the word Sheol. So if you look at the zodiac wheel, at the time that Adam fell, or at the time of Adam, was in Taurus. Zodiac Wheel of Taurus, if we go back using the dates, okay, that was Adam. And he's illustrated by when Moses come down from the mountain and the people had made a golden calf, a bull, okay? Then there's Aries, the ram, okay? Remember, these are the signs of the zodiac. There was the ram, and that's illustrated by Abraham. Whenever he was going to sacrifice Isaac, God put a ram in the bushes, had his horns hung in the bushes, okay? And then there was Pisces. This is Jesus, whenever he used the 2 fish to feed the 5,000 with the 5 loaves of bread, okay? This is the age of Pisces. And then there's the age of Aquarius. If you remember, whenever Jesus, his first miracle, he turned the 6 vessels, clay vessel jars of water into wine. What is clay vessels? We're made of clay, okay? And the number 6 represents man. This is representing Aquarius. This is representing Aquarius. So that is, we've got the ages of Adam, then we have the ages of the law, and then we have the age of Jesus, okay? So remember that. That's where Jesus turned the water to wine. And he told his mother, he said, you know, it's not yet my time. I'll read from John chapter 2, verse 4. He says, "Dear woman, why do you involve me?" Jesus replied, "My time has not yet come." Okay, now this is Aquarius, you know, it's like, my time has not yet come. I believe right here we get the end at the beginning, okay? Okay, if you'll remember that I told you that Thomas is a twin, okay? And Thomas said, let us go and die with them. Gemini represents a twin. Gemini is a twin. And Gemini was before Taurus. Okay, so these are showing the ages. And before Taurus, Gemini was pre-Genesis 1. Remember, in the original Hebrew, it's written in there that whenever it says, in the beginning the earth was formless and void, it means it had been utterly destroyed. It had been here before, but it got destroyed. God destroyed it, filled it up with water and turned off the sun. Okay? This was an age before. Thomas was a twin, Gemini. And Thomas said, let us go and die with them. And this ties in with the elect angels and the people that volunteered to come here. All right? I'm going to have to start another video for part 2. Please come and watch part 2. I love you guys. It's amazing. I love you all.